So I'll start this video by giving you a powerful insight that will help you on your journey to break free from spiritual bondage with a narcissist. For the empaths, that very second you will understand, and overstand that narcissism is a spiritual disease. That is the exact moment when you're going to start breaking free from this spiritual bondage. The narcissist has hidden this from you. It is either they did not know they were narcissists, or it is actually a self-aware narcissist or narcissists who don't want you to know what is going on behind the scenes. That moment, God opens your eyes and shows you the real face of a narcissist. That is when you're going to know that you have been bonded to the devil for a very good number of years. In other words, you have been chosen to see this. I don't have to repeat this again because I know you guys get what I'm talking about. There is so many people talking about narcissism everywhere. You hear so many platforms, the narcissists, they do this and they do that and they do this and they do that, which is very good and very fine. It has all helped us on our journeys of recovery, especially in the beginning stages. But I know some people who have been in therapy for a while. And the only thing they would hear from the therapist was that the narcissist was, they had something like a mental or personality disorder. So that's what people have been told by the medics, by these therapists and psychologists and everything, which also is okay. Like I've told you guys on the 3D, there's also an explanation on this 3D. And they usually want to term it as a psychological or whatever personality disorder, okay? And the person might have been going to therapy for a while, for years even sometimes, only for them to wake up one day and they discover that whatever it is they have been told about narcissism, it was a lie. Okay? The narcissist is the devil in human form. I say it the way it is. I do not bite my words. I do not think twice. I say it the way it is because I know it. The narcissist is the devil in human form. If I've been looking around for the devil on TV, somewhere up and down, and you've been seeing these movies and this series, that was just the fiction. But the reality of it all is that the narcissist is the devil in human form. There is some few individuals that God has blessed with the sight to see and to understand and overstand who a narcissist is. When you have figured out the truth of who a narcissist is, I can start by promising you that you will never be able to live your life the same way that you've always done. Everything from that point forwards will shift. Everything will change. Your awareness of narcissism will never be the same. Okay? Because you see, when you start to put all these pieces together about your real life experiences of having been involved with a narcissist for years, you will now start to understand why you was never able to see this person for who they are for all this entire time. So they trapped you, they put you in a cage, they put you in a mental cage, and you could never be able to wake up. So you have been like a sleeping zombie for the longest of time. Until one day God opened your eyes and showed you the person that you've been dealing with on a spiritual level. Do you know the reason as to why, when the victim is going through abuse, do you know the real reason as to why they are running up and down, talking to aunties, talking to uncles, talking to family members? Do you know, my husband did this, or my wife said that, or my uncle did this, and nobody seems to get them. People are like, oh, you need to be patient, you just try to go back in there, try to discuss, try to change something, try to do this or try to do that. Even some people, as disturbing as it may sound, even some people have been in therapy. There is even therapists that have told those people to go back and fix things with that person. Empaths, I do not say don't go and seek help. Okay, always try your best to seek some help if you can, if you want to, or if you can. But pay close attention to who is helping you. I've done a whole video on this many years ago. Pay very close attention to who is helping you. There's a very big likeliness you might be talking to the narcissist themselves. So they're not going to bust the bubble. They're not going to sit down with you and tell you everything that they do, everything that they know. They will just tell you a little bit of what it is you need to know, because they need the energy, they need that money to keep on coming and keep on flowing. And you're going to keep on going in cycles with those therapists for years, and you'll never get the answer that you're looking for. But the moment you get one person, God will reveal to you a person who will tell you the truth. You're not going to need any more therapy sessions, because now you're going to know which direction to take. I've had people on this channel who came back in the days when I was starting. I had people who came around and they told me, oh, you know what? I've been watching this channel for years, and this person used to talk about the narcissist and this, and everything used to seem like they could click, But the moment they figured out the spiritual side of narcissism, that is when they received their massive awakening. That is exactly when the awakening happened. Actually, they've been going in circles with half-baked information. Okay? Narcissism is a spiritual disease. They cannot heal. Even the doctors know that you cannot help a narcissist. There's no amount of coaching or therapy you can give a narcissist that is going to help them to revive them. Okay? The soul is gone. The only thing you're dealing with, coaching, therapy sessions and stuff like that with a narcissist, you're just helping the body. Okay? And these are some of the things that these therapists don't want to talk about. You are simply helping the body in physical form. So sometimes you may see them making a little bit of adjustments. You may tell them a little bit of things, and they may grasp a point or two, and they may a little bit alter their ways and stuff like that. They may even a little bit manage that narcissism. But what we're talking about, healing, okay, on a full-scale healing from narcissistic abuse, even the narcissists themselves, is impossible. It's not possible. There is things they can teach them or they can help them with to deal with it, but they cannot heal. And the doctors, they know this. That is because you cannot heal a person who has lost their soul so many years ago. You are dealing with entities that are operating on a completely different dimension, and you're trying to solve this issue on the 3D. It can't work. Okay? It cannot work. It can be better a little bit, but it won't work. Okay? The solution to narcissism is spiritual. Are you guys following? The solution to narcissism and narcissistic abuse, the whole thing is spiritual. And the very moment these medics will integrate with the spiritual community and we can put our minds together, we are going to get very far. Okay? There are going to be results, and we are going to get very far as regards narcissistic abuse. A lot of people will be healed, and there is so many narcissists who will finally figure out what they need to do and what they are dealing with in the first place. But you see, the problem is that narcissism is spreading very fast, okay? Narcissism is spreading very fast as a result of so many things. It can be a result of, there's a word I used to use, digital engineering. It could be family engineering. It could be digital engineering. It could be sometimes those guys who will usually adapt that narcissism along their journey, and they're going to learn a lot of that narcissism from other people. Sometimes, like I've said, it could start in the family, whereby it has been in the family. The seeds have already been planted in the family, and this is just a continuation of that narcissism. And some people will also become narcissists at some point later on in their lives. But as well, you can look around and you will see that most of this narcissism is actually manufactured digitally. So when you see a lot of these times, the social media now we have of today, you know, all these porn sites which is out there, all these things that they're trying to show online, the information that they're feeding you, a lot of stuff that is not even taking you anywhere. There is no way that you can tell me that actually narcissism is not partially digitally manufactured. Okay? A lot of times, when you explain to people what is narcissism, they're like struggling to understand you. People are like, what is this guy talking about? Is this guy going crazy? Or sometimes you may see people coming around and telling you that, you may seek help. You need to go and see a therapist. My own dad, malignant narcissist, my own father told me to go and seek therapy. He said that I was going crazy. I should go and seek therapy. In the early days of my awakening. Only for me to figure out later on that he's the one who was supposed to go and seek therapy. I was the one who was sane. Now, you see, when you start going through this whole thing of narcissism, you will start to see a lot of people have been hospitalized. Many people have been thrown into psychiatric hospitals. A lot of these empaths, the victims of abuse, they've been thrown into psychiatric hospitals to get help. And the only thing people are not mentioning is that those people have been abused by narcissists. Now, the victims are the ones going out there to seek psychiatric help. You go to those hospitals, you will see. Out of those people, you see them getting help, mentally retarded people and stuff like that. You will see a lot of them. Those people are empaths. They have been destroyed by narcissists. They have been destroyed by their own parents in communities or whatever. They have been destroyed and damaged by narcissists. They are the ones seeking help. And the narcissists, they're out on the streets, very busy knocking around town. They are simply going around fishing for new supplies here and there. They're not in therapy. The victims are in therapy. So you guys need to understand how this whole system works. The whole thing is in reverse, okay? The whole things you watch, so you need to be very careful about the information that you're taking in. A lot of things you're watching, everything is in reverse. The truth has been usually hidden from you on purpose because there is some people who don't want you to know the truth. For the most lucky of you guys, the few ones of you who are lucky to meet these kind of channels, spiritual channels, we tell you the naked truth the way it is. Because genuinely, we want you to understand, and overstand what you're dealing with so that you can be able to heal, okay? Because when you start to tap into that spiritual side and aspect of narcissism, you're going to recognize the rate at which you are healing is faster than that of an individual who is just simply going and stepping in and out of therapy. You may spend a couple of months healing. That person may spend years healing. Because you are healing on a different level. Because you see, healing, full recovery will usually happen effectively on a spiritual level. You will recover at some degree. The same way these nurses go into therapy. And they can somehow manage their narcissism. The empath also will walk into therapy, and they're also going to a little bit drag through their healing process and journey. Depending on who is helping them anyway, because like I've said, it could be a narcissist as well on the other side. But the person who has figured out the spiritual sickness and illness behind narcissism, that person is going to be healing at a faster rate. They are going to heal and recover faster than the people who are just simply walking in and out of therapy. This one I can promise you. I have healed myself. I have gotten even the last narcissist out of my way. And I've done that by myself. I did not sit down with the therapist. I didn't sit down with anybody to help me. I did that myself because I knew the truth. I knew what the truth was. So, ladies and gentlemen, beware, okay? Protect yourself. It's just a video that I wanted to let you know that only there's a special set of eyes that can see this, okay? Not everybody can see it because this is it's a spiritual matter, okay? It's a spiritual illness, a spiritual disease. And you cannot tap into this frequency on a mere 3D. You need to have a special set of eyes. You need to have a special anointing. You need to have a special blessing for you to be able to see this. Because not everybody can see it. The people that you're telling about the narcissist in your bed, they can't understand you. Some of those therapists you're going to seeking for help, they don't even understand who a narcissist is. So they cannot really help you much, apart from using the means and the ways that they have been taught to do or taught to use, okay? Protect yourself, empaths. Narcissism is real. It's a spiritual illness. You can get out. As long as you know the truth. You can get out and you can heal, okay? So let us know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.